Hey guys, how's it going? Daniel Sapp here, tech editor at Pinkbike. We're here just down the road from my house in North Carolina. I'm gonna give you a run through of my staff rides. This year it's a Yeti SB130. And yeah, it's a pretty interesting bike, so let's check it out. So I'm riding a Yeti SB130. We tested the bike several months back at the field test in Whistler, and I decided I liked the bike enough and it seemed really suitable for where I ride on a daily basis in North Carolina. So I brought it back home with me. I've been pulling parts off of it, sticking parts back on, and just kind of, yeah, using it as a baseline for different parts that I'm testing for the past 6 months. At about 5'10", I'm running the size medium. The medium does have a pretty long reach. It's 460 millimeters. It's a lot longer than a lot of stuff out there, but you know, it's not too long either. So the SB130 uses Yeti's Switch Infinity system. And as the bike moves through its travel, that gives it a rearward axle path and it keeps you kind of up in the travel. So it pedals really well, yet it doesn't have a ton of chain growth as it goes through its travel when you hit bigger hits and bigger bumps. It comes stock with a 150 millimeter travel fork, unless you get the new lunch ride edition, which is kind of what I've got going on here, but I did it before they had the lunch ride. So I've bumped that up to a 160 and I went with the Fox 36 with the Grip 2. It did have a 36 on there, but it had the Fit 4. And so now with the Grip 2, it's a little bit better damper. It's got, you know, just a better feel to it overall. On the back end of the bike, we've got the Fox DHX2. It's a coil shock. Yeti doesn't necessarily recommend running this on the bike, but they say, hey, you can do it, so we did it. I have a 400-pound spring. That suits me pretty well. I weigh about 150 pounds. Typically don't ride with backpack. Typically carry probably not nearly enough supplies on rides. So on the front end of the bike, I didn't change the handlebars. It comes stock with Yeti's carbon 780 mil wide, 35 mil clamp bar. Those bars are held in place with Industry 9's A35 stem. This guy, it's called the Hole Shot. It holds a tire plug. You may think, hey, that's cool. I have a tire plug in my pack and I can hold 10 more. But typically, you know, when I get a flat on the trail, I've lost all of my air out of the tire by the time I get into my pack. Nice thing about this is it's there. So for brakes, I'm using Magura's MT7 brakes. Did a review on those a while back. I've really liked them ever since. I kind of kept running them. I've switched out different pad compounds and all that. I kind of roll with the medium. They're very consistent. I'm using the HC3 lever. The lever has a bit of a hook to it. And it's also adjustable in 2 different places, so you can kind of just dial in feel on the brakes pretty well. The one thing you will notice with these brakes is that they don't have a lot of tolerance if you've bent your brake rotor. You know, some brake rotors, you can bend it back pretty easily, get along with everything, all is good, keep riding it for a while. These, I can't even get them straight with a rotor tool or whatever else because there's just not a lot of tolerance in that caliper. So I'm running a bit of a mismatched wheel combination on the bike here. I've got a Crank Brothers synthesis wheel up front and then an Industry 9 Trail 270 in the back. There is a reason behind that. I was running both Crank Brothers wheels and no, I did not break the carbon Crank Brothers rear wheel. I simply needed a different free hub body. That one had a XD driver on it. I needed something with an HG driver so I could run this drivetrain. It's SRX, I just got it in. It is affordable, budget friendly. This one's 11 speeds. It has a big ring that is, I believe, 52 teeth, which is 1 more tooth than Shimano's new XTR. We're gonna see how that rides. I can't give a review on it yet, not ridden enough, but that's what's on the bike right now. So for tires, up front, got the old reliable Maxxis Minion DHF. It's 3C compound, EXO. It's a 2.5 WT, it's wide tread. So it sits out better on the wider rims now. In the back, I have the WTB Judge in a 2.4. Both are great. The Judge has quite a bit of traction. It's a pretty aggressive tire and it's got a pretty tough casing on it. So I find myself running, you know, as far as air pressures go, in the front, 21 to 23, depending on the day and the trail, and on the back, a couple pounds more. So the seat post I have on the bike is Fun's up-down dropper post. It goes up, it goes down. It's 150 millimeters of travel. They also have a 125 version. I've not had this post very long, just threw it on the bike a few days ago, but so far, super impressed. It has a really nice thumb lever that's adjustable in 4 different ways. For pedals, these are the Time Specials. I've been a Shimano pedal person, SPD, for years and years. These showed up probably about this time last year. I like these pedals a lot because they give a really secure feeling when you're clipped in and you still have a little bit of float, but it keeps your shoe locked into the pedal really well as the cage of the pedal pushes on the bottom just a little bit. And that's kind of nice if you're riding on more rough and technical terrain. But yeah, that pedal and this shoe combination, the Hellcat Pro from 510, works super well. So that's the setup I'm running right now. It will probably change by next week, but if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. And yeah, there's the SB130 Carolina edition.